hostess. Thank you. Beautiful. As aforementioned, my name is Emily Taradash. Taradash is a Ukrainian name. It means talkative old woman.
Nice.
If you were napping during September 11th, that's both true. Those statements. It also has a secret name. Yeah, it's got a secret meaning. It's actually Jewish. Oh yeah, not supposed to tell everybody, but now I just told you. And it translates Torah doch in Hebrew. Jewish law. You know what's the biggest Jewish law you're not supposed to break? You're not supposed to marry an Irish Catholic. My dad did twice. Yeah, he's a rebel. Let's go, Bernie. Yeah, there it is. So, I grew up very confused because in Judaism, if your mom's Jewish, you're Jewish. That's it, the end. My mom is a Mullen, Martha Mullen. She makes a mean potato latke for an Irish Catholic, let me tell you. But I feel like latkes are like the perfect blend of my two backgrounds, like potato, tan, delicious. I'm always trying to bring those together. So, I was confused and I would go to church, my mom would bring me, and, the collection plate would go by and I'd be like, if I was a rich man, kiss of peace. So that was embarrassing for her, and so then she's like, take your daughter to temple, and my dad's like, okay. So I go to temple and I'm like, Jesus Christ, superstar, who do you want to say you are? And the cantor is looking at my dad really pissed because it's a funeral. And I've upstaged her again, and so I eventually, my parents got wise, and the cantor greased my dad's palm with some tickets to Cats. The Gateway musical for millennials. We'll talk about this after the show, but anyway. So I go to Cats and I'm like, and there were a lot of bi people in the aisles rubbing all over each other in cat suits, and we were like, whoa, is this what it's like to be an adult? And I can say, no, unless you're a Jugalo in Woonsocket on Halloween. You still get to wear face paint. You can actualize that, okay? So, we'll get there. Woonsocket. I grew up in Tiverton, actually. I made it out of there all the way to Woonsocket, from one edge of Massachusetts to the next. But I digress. So my dad really got into Cats. I don't know if it was the spandex or what, but he was like really into it. And I was like, Dad, he's like, you want to see Cats? And I was like, Dad, we've been in Cats like 10 times. If we see Cats one more time, I'm going to poop outside the box. So my mom's like, come here, we're gonna go and see Shakespeare. We're gonna see real theater, okay? So my mom once played in the Scottish play. We were talking earlier about how Ladies Love Murder podcast. That's like the original murder podcast, Macbeth. Yeah, I said it, and I'm not going to go out say it and spit and turn in a circle or anything. I'll just deal with the consequences. So, she played Lady Macbeth in high school, and she was really excited to take me. And so we go, and we're watching, and there's a sleepwalking scene, and I hear it, out, damn spot. And then I hear, out, damn spot.
Oh, am I?
1, 2, why then, 'tis time to do it. 1, 2, why then, 'tis time to do it. And I turn, and my mother is in the aisle, suddenly in a white dress, upstaging Lady Macbeth on stage. And all these lights come on, and I was like, she got it. She nailed that audition. It was the ushers, and they're like, ma'am, I need you to take a seat. Otherwise, you and your daughter need to leave and never return. So she sat down. She got the willies. Oh, that one doesn't land here. Sorry. The willies. Not enough dads in this audience. Anyway. anyway, I was a drag queen, and this was sort of like my conversion. I was not a drag queen. Wow, that was a major Freudian slip, and I'm 100% sober right now. I became a costume designer for drag queens, which is really like start at the top, right? Like all the sequins, all the colors, like let's do this. So I started working for this drag queen in Provincetown, and he did a Phyllis Diller act. But this was really before YouTube was like a thing. And my parents didn't take me to see Phyllis Diller. I didn't go to that show. So I'm like, I don't know who Phyllis Diller is. And the guy's like, well, you can't do this costume unless you know who Phyllis Diller is. But I've got a videotape. Why don't you come up to my apartment and I'll show you. And then you can make my costume. And I'm like, okay. So I've got my notebook, I'm gonna be a good student, I'm gonna learn what Phyllis Diller looks like. I'm gonna make that costume, it's gonna be amazing. And he pushes in the videotape, and there's a huge flat screen TV. And I'm looking, and I'm like, there's a lot of men in this. There's not a lot of clothes. I think that guy was in Cats. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm Emily.